You've bought the flashcards, the light-up toys, the app that promises to boost IQ before nap time, and your baby still just wants to stare at your face. Here's the thing most parents don't know. That stare, that's not a break from learning. That is the learning. Researchers at Harvard's Center on the Developing Child call it serve and return. Your baby babbles or reaches or looks at something, that's the serve. You respond with a word, a sound, a smile. That's the return. 5 minutes a day. That's it. No batteries, no screen, no subscription. Just you noticing and answering back. It sounds almost too simple to matter, but this tiny, repeated exchange is one of the most well-documented builders of brain architecture we have. Picture this. A baby is lying on a playmat. She reaches for a soft block just out of reach, grunts, glances up at her dad. He could ignore it. He could hand her the block without a word. Instead, he leans in. You want the block? Here it is. Look how soft. Her eyes lock onto his. Her hand closes around it. Something invisible just happened. A connection fired. A pathway strengthened. Not because of the block, because of the return. This exchange, this back and forth, is quietly wiring the parts of her brain responsible for language, focus, and even emotional regulation. And it's happening whether you know the science or not, every single time you respond to your baby like she matters, which she does. So what exactly is going on inside that tiny brain during these moments? And why do researchers say this simple habit can outperform almost anything money can buy? Let's get into it. Let's slow this moment down. Your baby coos, you coo back, she smiles, you smile bigger. It looks like nothing, it looks like play. But inside her brain, something extraordinary is happening. Every time you respond to her cue, her look, her sound, her reach, a neural connection strengthens. Do it again tomorrow and again the next day, and you're not just bonding, you're building architecture. This is the foundation of what's often called serve and return interaction, a concept shaped by decades of research out of Harvard's Center on the Developing Child, along with related work from developmental psychologists studying early attachment and language exposure. Here's the counterintuitive part. It's not the amount of talking that matters most, it's the responsiveness. A parent who says fewer words but consistently responds to their baby's cues tends to build stronger foundations than a parent who talks constantly but rarely engages with what the baby is actually doing. This means the loud, chatty, perfect parenting some people worry they're not measuring up to, not the thing that matters most. What matters is presence, noticing, responding. And here's the part every parent needs to hear. This costs nothing. It doesn't matter if you're working 2 jobs, or if your baby is in daycare 40 hours a week, or if bedtime books happen for 3 minutes instead of 30. This isn't about quantity of time. It's about quality of attention in the moments you already have. A single mom folding laundry who glances up and mirrors her baby's babble is building the same kind of connection as a stay-at-home parent with unlimited hours. Because your baby's brain isn't counting minutes, it's counting responses. And that changes everything about how we think of good parenting. It's not about doing more, it's about noticing more. But what happens when that responsiveness gets interrupted? Researchers actually tested this, and the results are hard to watch, but they prove exactly how powerful your response really is. In the early 2000s, developmental psychologist Ed Tronick ran an experiment that's now famous in child development research. It's called the still face experiment. Here's what happens. A mother sits face to face with her baby. They play, they laugh, normal serve and return. She smiles, baby smiles back. Baby reaches, she responds. Then on cue, the mother's face goes completely blank. No smile, no response, just stillness. At first, the baby tries harder. She smiles bigger, She points, she squeals, reaching for her mom's face, trying everything she knows to get a reaction. Nothing comes back. Within moments, the baby's body changes. Her smile drops, she turns away. Some babies cry. Some go quiet in a way that's almost harder to watch than the crying. Then the mother's face comes back to life. She smiles, she responds, she says her baby's name. And almost instantly, the baby recovers. The distress melts. The connection rebuilds. That moment of repair is just as important as the responsiveness itself. Because no parent gets this right every second of every day. You'll miss cues, you'll be tired, you'll be distracted by the phone, the dishes, the other kid. That's not failure. The repair what matters. So here's how to actually use this. Starting today. Step 1. Notice one cue. When your baby looks at you, reaches, or makes a sound, pause and respond, even briefly. You might say, "Oh, you found your feet." Step 2. Get on their level. Physically lower yourself to their eye line. It signals you're fully present, not just half listening. Step 3. Narrate the ordinary. During diaper changes, bath time, car rides, talk through what's happening. Try, "Now we're going to wash your hands, nice and warm." Step 4. Repair after the miss. If you snapped or were distracted or the still face happened by accident, come back with warmth. "I'm here now. I see you." None of this requires a subscription, a class, or a $50 toy that promises to build genius brains. The research is clear. A $2,000 activity gym cannot serve and return. Only you can. So let's go back to that playmat. The reaching hand. The soft block. The dad who leaned in instead of staying quiet. That moment didn't need flashcards. It didn't need an app or a class or anything with a price tag. It just needed you, noticing and answering back. That's the whole secret. Serve and return. 5 minutes. No batteries required. And if you've ever felt like you're not doing enough, like other parents seem to have more time, more patience, more resources, hear this clearly. You are already doing the thing that matters most. Every time you glance up from your phone when your baby babbles, every time you narrate a diaper change nobody's watching, every time you come back after a hard moment and say, "I'm here now," that's not small. That's brain architecture, one response at a time. You don't need to be perfect. Edtronic's own research reminds us that even in the most connected relationships, parents miss cues most of the time. What matters isn't perfection, it's the return. If this helped you see your everyday moments differently, hit subscribe. It helps this channel keep bringing you research-backed parenting insights that don't cost you anything extra and don't ask you to buy a single thing. And if you know a parent who needs to hear this today, someone in the newborn haze wondering if they're doing enough, send this their way, because they already are. So today, somewhere between the laundry and the dishes and the everything else, your baby is going to reach for something. Look up. Make a sound. That's the serve. All you have to do is return it. That's the habit. That's the whole thing. 5 minutes, full attention for life.